Hey there, Four States. This is Luke Taylor, and welcome to another edition of the KNEO Community Connection. And we want to wish you a Merry Christmas here from KNEO. We are putting together a very special thing that we do every year on Christmas Day, and we have brought Roberta Foster, KNEO's very own Roberta Foster. We brought her here to the back of the studios here to chat with us about the 2024 Community Christmas Dinner in Neosho. And so, Roberta, thanks for joining us.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
So you are the main organizer for this event, and I thought you'd be the best person to tell everybody what they need to know. Christmas is a week away, and so what is it that you want them to know?
Well, first of all, the KNEO Community Christmas Dinner is open to anybody that wants to come. It's an opportunity to have a time of fellowship with other people, a good meal, and you can take a gift home with you, and even the old-fashioned goodie bags with a little sweet treat provided by Faith Baptist Church here in Neosho. And so we're just an opportunity so that people can get together with other folks. We recognize that sometimes families don't all get to meet on Christmas Day anymore. And so if that happens to be your case, to the people I'm talking to, then we invite you to come out. You know, come on down to the municipal auditorium, also known as the Civic, and it's open from 11 until 2 to serve a meal. And we would just really love to see folks come and fellowship with us.
Well, I think that fellowship there, that's the key aspect, because as far as why we do this, you know, like you said, there's a lot of life situations people could have that would lead to them being alone on Christmas Day. And if they don't want to be alone on Christmas Day, they don't have to. If they're within the sound of our voices right now, they can come on down to the Civic Center and be amongst some other people who, we just want to hang out with you for a few hours.
Absolutely. And the meal will be served hot and fresh and tasty. We'll have ham or chicken and mashed potatoes and vegetables, and there'll be desserts. So there's no reason to go home hungry. And, it'll just be available to whomever wants to come. And if they don't know where this is actually at, there's probably even people right here in Neosho that don't know where the Civic is at. But it's 109 West Main Street, and very easy to find. And there's parking in the back and in the front. So no reason not to come down and say hi to us. We'll also have a gift from KNEO that includes either a book or a tape or, CD. I dated myself there. And it's just a great time, and we invite you to bring people with you. If you know other folks that are alone on Christmas Day, bring some friends with you. And for those that don't enjoy the whole cooking process, come on down.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. You can bring a friend, and so you don't even have to show up alone if you don't want to. But the Civic Center, and it's also goes by the name the Municipal Auditorium. So it's right there, less than a block from the square. It's very easy to find. And this is going to get started at 11 in the morning. It'll last until 2 p.m. But they don't have to show up right at 11. They can come and go anytime in that time frame, can't they?
Absolutely. If you want to avoid the rush, you don't want to be there at 11 o'clock, because we oftentimes have people come in early and sit down in the fellowship area. And then at 11 o'clock, we have the food available to start serving. And that's generally when we have our biggest line. But we're there. It'll be piping hot until 2 o'clock. At 2 o'clock, we do start taking things down. So, maybe they can come by at least 1:45.
Right.
And have time to eat their meal. But we will not shoo anybody out the door just because it's 2 o'clock either. So a great time of fellowship. The people that are there serving would just really appreciate having folks come down that we can serve too. And then on that note, there are people that are going to have family activities later in the day. So we actually need some volunteers to help us put this together. We will be doing prep work for the meal Monday, Tuesday, and then the actual serving of the meal on Wednesday, the 25th of December, Christmas Day. So we have lots of opportunities for people that have a heart to volunteer. And so if they want to do that, we ask that they give us a call as soon as they can, 417-451-5636. And generally, I'm the person to talk to about that. I'm doing the scheduling. So if I'm not available, please leave your name and phone number so I can give you a call back.
Yeah, most likely you will hear Roberta's voice right there, picking up the phone to answer it there. And so whenever you call out to the radio station, you can talk to Roberta and get on our volunteer list. And so I was going to ask you about that. We are still needing volunteers for that day?
Absolutely. If you like to have your hands on cooking in the kitchen, we need helpers. You don't have to have a culinary degree. It involves pretty simple things, opening cans and heating up the green beans and making the mashed potatoes and things of that nature. So it's not anything too complex. It's just that hands are needed. And then we have serving line positions available. We have a position for somebody who just loves to talk to folks. We need somebody standing at the door, greeting people, welcoming them in, giving them a little instruction on which way to turn to get into the line for the serving area, and things like that. We have Iris and some of her helpers that are over there with the goodie bags and book table to help people find a nice gift and things like that. So there's just places all over that we can use some volunteers.
Okay, so that will be on Christmas Day. It starts at 11. It goes until 2 p.m. And then one more aspect of this that we haven't mentioned yet is that you all will do deliveries of meals to the Neosho city limits, within Neosho city limits. And so there's still time for people to request one of those plates if they would like a delivery?
Yes, let me clarify a little bit on the delivery. We deliver to people that are homebound and can't get out. We also are part of the Meals on Wheels that's typically delivered to folks, so we'll be delivering to those. But if people have had an accident, they've got an injury that can't get them out, they're physically unable to leave their home, then we would be happy to deliver a meal to them. It is within the Neosho city limits because we don't have availability to go all over the Four States area or even the Newton County area. But yes, we would like to have that information by the 23rd of December. And so give us a call as soon as you can if you are in need of a meal delivered. But again, there is that restriction that you are either disabled or homebound. Yep.
And so you have a week before this event. The deadline's going to be here in 5 days, but we'd really appreciate knowing as soon as possible if you'd like one of those deliveries. Right. And we have so many great volunteers in the area who go on these delivery runs and help with the cooking, the cleaning. I know you mentioned Faith Baptist earlier, but KNEO organizes the event, but there's so many churches who work with us to make this thing possible. And can you tell us a little bit about them before we go?
Absolutely. We have churches that primarily are donating funds so that we can purchase the necessary foods. Churches that are certainly praying for us as we put this event together. They encourage their people to be our volunteers. Yes, we can't do it without the community, the churches, some businesses, and so individuals. So if anybody feels led to make a cash donation, they are certainly welcome to do that, and we appreciate it greatly. More and more, we have to purchase more and more of the items rather than receiving things as donations. And so health rules and different things we've had to adapt because of that. And so, yes, we'd love to receive a donation from you, a call from you to volunteer, whatever works for your schedule.
All right. Well, that is going to be coming up on Wednesday, December 25th. It'll start at 11, end at 2. You can show up anytime in that time frame, though, and we would love to see it. Nobody has an excuse for being alone on Christmas Day or going hungry. And it's going to be there at the Civic Center or the Municipal Auditorium, 109 West Main Street in Neosho. Again, any information or any questions that you have, you can give us a call at 417-451-5636. You'll probably talk to Roberta. You can ask her anything you want to know or get on our volunteer list. We can still use a few more volunteers. I've heard lots of people they'll have their family Christmas time in the morning right when they get up, and then they'll come down and volunteer for a few hours at the Civic Center and help out with this great event. And then they still have the evening where they can go and do more family stuff or go visit other people, whatever they need to do. But we really appreciate anyone who wants to join in and help with it. Many hands makes light work, and no one's hands are working harder on this than Roberta's. And so, Roberta, hey, thank you for joining us and letting us know about this event.
My pleasure, and Merry Christmas to each one hearing this conversation.